Hey friends, welcome to the part 2. We are looking at real questions on Tableau Desktop Specialist. This Tableau is a business intelligence tool. It is now acquired by Salesforce. So it is a Salesforce product as of now. The acquisition happened almost a year back. This is the YouTube handle of this channel. You can look out for small knowledge tidbits like shorts, and there are so many videos, 500 plus videos and playlists, all dedicated to AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Snowflake, and now Tableau as well. So do not forget to subscribe and click the join button below this video. There is also a link in the description. You can become a cloud kernel member. Very small premium is what you need to pay, but it will give you access to so many important questions. Now in this question we are talking about dashboard layout for mobile devices. So this feature is very useful if you want to view Tableau dashboards using your mobile devices. You may have iPhone or any Android touch devices, and you want to view the dashboards using your mobile phones. How to do that? So this is a cool representation. This is your mobile device, and you can view your dashboards. Now Tableau gives you features to change this based on different device types. Basically, iOS, that is on iPhone, that operating system is different, Android is different, and so on. So the cosmetic appearance of the dashboard changes based on that, and that is why you need to uh, put like which type of device you are basing this for, so that people can see the dashboard fully. So you see this, you can use a tablet or a phone, and when you use a phone, it gives you a device preview. Just like common sense, it is like, if you use your phone, how will it look on your phone? So you don't have to put it on your phone and then have a look. You can do a preview here itself. So when you do a device preview, you can see how your dashboard would appear on your mobile phones. And you can also customize it for your desktop devices, desktop computers, which will also work for laptops. And I was talking about device models, iPhone and so on. This is the place where you can select the pixel size and your device as well, whether you are on iPad, iPad mini, or Kindle Fire, Samsung Galaxies, and so on. So it is asking like which statement is correct here, accurate. So dashboards designed in portrait mode are optimal for viewing on phone. So you see this, the best practice says if you are on tablet, you can use landscape. If you are on phones, you should use portrait. So A is correct. B is telling that your layout settings will be saved between workbooks. That means if I have 3 workbooks, if I set this up for one workbook, I can leverage it for other 2 workbooks, which is not correct. So always remember, device layouts are very much workbook specific. If you put this layout for one workbook and you are saying that this needs to be applicable for a mobile phone and an iOS iPad device, for example, the same would not move to other workbooks. You have to make this setting for each workbook. So B is wrong. C says that if you are using online, then only you can publish workbooks with mobile layouts. So in the Tableau world, you can develop dashboards using Tableau Online, or you can use it using Tableau Desktop. Desktop, you install it on your laptop or your desktop. You can work and then you can publish to the server your dashboards or workbooks and so on. So this, see, any setting in Tableau will work whether you are using Tableau Online or Tableau Desktop and so on. It will still work. Okay. I have not seen of a service. Majority of the services have not seen that it is supported in one version and not supported in the online version and vice versa. D says that dashboard changes made on one device layout apply to other device layouts. So this is wrong because so I may use one device, the setting will not be cascaded to the other device. For example, I use Kindle Fire. It has 1280 by 800 setting. That will not be replicated for Google Nexus. Google Nexus can still have 960 by 600 uh, pixel settings. So D is wrong as well. So A is the right answer. So the shape option is available with which two views? So this is the next question we are trying to address. So you got a shape option and we have to choose two answers. So in the marks section, you have shapes. You see this cursor, this one, see this cursor, there is a shape option here. So the shape mark is useful when you want to clearly see individual data points. Okay. And at the same time, you want to view categories associated with those data points. See, on this screen, we have not used shapes. So everything is circular here. Now we are applying shapes. You see this? These are the different shapes. We will apply these. So now these shapes, there are different, for different values, different shapes. That is what this answer says here. You can see individual data points. We are seeing individual data points. This cross is an individual data point. This circle is an individual data point. This square, you see this cursor, this square is an individual data point. Plus, you are also able to see the category. You see this ship mode, this is the category. So you can now know, okay, this circle, this is for first class. For first class, this is matching to $26,000. That means at the same time, you are able to view categories associated with those points. We are able to view these categories. This circle is first class, this cross is standard class, so cross is standard class. So we are getting both the things at the same time. Now first option says it is available for scatter plots. See, this is a scatter plot. You can use shapes. You see this cursor, you can use shapes. You get categories in this example as well. So we are talking about scatter plots. So you got shapes and you got these categories here, here. So A is correct. B talks about side-by-side circles. So this is a side-by-side circle view, and shapes are applicable here as well. So you see this example here, we change the shapes, we use squares in this case. So it works here as well. Heat maps. I'm showing you an example here, and this is a heat map. Like red means it's really hot, green means it's cool, amber means it is between hot and cold. You see here, we do not make use of shapes. You see this cursor? So heat maps are wrong. Now let us look at packed bubbles. So this is a packed bubble. You do not have, you see my cursor here in these options, you do not have shape. Now someone might say in the marks you have chosen circle, isn't that a shape? No, that is not shape option. You will get a separate shape option. Uh, Not for packed bubbles. In the marks you are telling you're just selecting circle. Something like this. They are selecting packed bubbles here. And the moment you select packed bubble, the marks automatically goes to circle. We do not make a choice of a circle here. So packed bubbles is wrong. So these are my two final answers. So you are focusing on the depth with which we are explaining the answers here. So it is not about mugging the answers. We are also showing you why. We are showing you the evidence in the documentation from Tableau and so on. And that is the way to learn and then memorize things. Let us look at this next question. They are asking about what is a story point. See, each individual sheet in a story is called a story point. That means this one, an individual sheet or dashboard in a story is a story point. This is my answer. So workbook has a collection of sheets and that goes into a dashboard. Then B talks about collection of talking points to drive a story. So that is not a story point. And C says the pane where you set the size of the story. So that is not a story point. It's an individual sheet. So a story, it is a sequence of ways, different ways put together. That is a story. So for example, this is one story, and at each point it is telling you this: the high gas prices and shortages resulted in less driving and slow driving. And then these are different tabs. You see this, the fatality rate has declined. So you can click that tab, the view of this chart will change and it will tell you data for the fatality rates. Similarly, if you click seat belt loss had minimal impact, you click that, it will give you all the statistics linked with seat belt loss. Basically, you are trying to narrate a story. It is a story, is a sequence of visualizations because we have put so many visualizations in sequence to convey our information. Why do we convey stories? Because we want to make sure the decisions that anybody, for example, this story goes to some stakeholders, they are making decisions. So they should be able to understand their decisions, how it will impact the outcomes. And we also want to produce data points to make a compelling case. Hey, you know what? This is linked. Okay. So like in politics, people try to make a compelling case always. The opposition would always say, for example, in the recent times, opposition says, hey, you know what? Adani's, they are into something which is not good. And they don't have a lot of data points, but they are trying to make it a compelling case. But with stories, with Tableau, you will have a lot of data points. You are arranging them this way to make a very compelling case, so that looking at these data points, it's almost certain, it's almost 90 to 95% certain that key stakeholders will make a decision in the direction of this story. So this would be my final answer. So friends, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. This is the YouTube handle of this channel. You can look at so many shorts, so many videos, so many playlists. 500 plus videos are there, all of them explaining different questions on AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Snowflake, and now Tableau. So many people have cleared certifications. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, click the join button. There is a description, a link in the description. You can just click that link, become a Cloud Kernel member for a very small premium, and gain access to so many other important questions if and only if you are serious about passing the certification exams. If you are really enthusiastic about getting yourself acquainted with cloud, then you do it. Now Tableau is also a part of the cloud strategy, just like Snowflake. So like I explained in my first video, nowadays people, you have two choices. Either you go with a cloud native BI product like AWS QuickSight or Azure Power BI and so on, or you can go for products like Tableau. So tomorrow you decide, hey, I don't like AWS, I would move to Azure. No problem, buddy. You can just migrate the infrastructure of Tableau, the server migration, and those things you can do. So you don't have to recreate reports from scratch. Okay. But if you are on AWS QuickSight and now you decide I want to go to Azure, Azure has Power BI as a native product. So you have to do a QuickSight to Azure migration. It is as good as you have to create new reports, and it is so much time consuming. You don't want to waste your time there, right? That is why Tableau is very important, tightly ingrained, man, tightly ingrained with your cloud strategy. So stay tuned, stay focused, focus on the concepts. This brings us to the end of part 2. Stay tuned. We will keep posting many more such contents.